it may be a glamorous life for like Pogača and Matthew Van Der Poel, who are the best in the world. But for 95% of people who are trying to be a pro cyclist or maybe barely a pro cyclist, or like they got a contract 1 year, or, there's so many people that are like right on the line. It's like, it's terrible.
Bonk Bros podcast, where the vibes are still high, the schedules are a little chaotic as always, and the conversation somehow starts with hotel rooms and breakfast spreads before spiraling out of control to talk about Costco math? What? We also talk recent cycling news, undeniably strange race tactics, health issues affecting some big names in the sport, while also unpacking missed content opportunities and what really makes a podcast conversation hit or fall completely flat. You can decide. Things then go on full adventure mode as we get into cycling across Australia, the evolution of gravel racing, and the reality of sponsorships in life as a pro cyclist that just don't always make it onto the social medias. Yeah, this episode covers a lot of ground with the usual mix of insight, honesty, and unhinged banter, so buckle up. As always, this episode is brought to you by our friends over at SILCA, the undisputed kings of marginal gains. If you're the kind of rider who obsesses over efficiency, clean drivetrains, and just doing things the right way, well, SILCA has you covered. From their chain waxing system and drip wax lubes to shop quality floor pumps and tools, they're all about making your bike faster and quieter. And SILCA just released some new tubeless rim tape and valves so you can lock in all that precious air with the full suite of SILCA tubeless components. Help support the show and upgrade your bike in the process by heading over to silca.cc and using the code BONKBROSJAN, that's capital B, BONKBROSJAN, for a sweet little discount and to show some love. New year, new goals? Same drivers who apparently are resolved to not look before turning. That's right. You've got your New Year's fitness plan, you've got your layers, you've got enough lights to land an airplane, but do you have a bicycle lawyer with you on every ride, just in case something happens? Scarborough Bicycle Accident Law is the legal safety feature cyclists need to keep in their phone before the crash happens, not after. If you get hit, doored, or taken out by someone who just didn't see you, quote unquote, Matt Scarborough and his team has you covered. They know bikes, they know January crashes, and they know that the insurance resolutions are always, quote unquote, all for less. Helmets, lights, lawyers, you got all that. Just add a bike lawyer in case. Make legal protection part of your New Year's resolution and keep Scarborough Bicycle Accident Law with you on every ride. All right, and rounding out the support squad this week is none other than Bike Tires Direct, your one-stop shop for basically everything cycling. Tires, components, apparel, helmets, nutrition, accessories, you name it. And if you've been paying attention to bike fit trends lately, Bike Tires Direct also has the newest SRAM cranksets to hit the market, now available in a wide range of crank lengths, so you can finally dial in that fit instead of just riding whatever came on that old bike of yours. So head over to biketiresdirect.com and use the code BONKBROS10 at checkout to save a little cash and support the podcast at the same time. All right, that's it. If you have any questions or feedback for the show, content ideas, or you just want to lovingly roast any of the boys, hit us up at bonkbrospodcast.com or slide into those Instagram DMs. You can also catch us over on Patreon if you want even more Bonk Bros chaos. We're toying around with things like live podcasts. Maybe that's just through Patreon. Maybe we'll put that live. We're not sure. But anyways, you can head over to Patreon if you want to just throw us a few more bones. For all the latest show information and sponsor discount codes, check the most recent show notes. Whew. All right, enough talking. Let's get this party started already. Lighting sucks ass.
It's a podcast, man. No one can see you except for everybody watching on YouTube.
I know. I hate hotel rooms when there's like not an intuitive way to turn the lights on. Like I literally can't turn any light on except this desk light right now.
I hate that.
It's annoying.
Does it have good breakfast though?
I don't know. I usually skip breakfast when I when I come on these trips, but I'll probably eat breakfast tomorrow because I plan on working out pretty hard in the morning. So
Drew's just freaking out that there's something for free and you're not taking it.
Yeah, dude. Are you kidding me? That's something. It's like a must-have these days. Like a good breakfast. I used to skimp and get the cheapest hotel I can find that had a waffle maker, but dude, the Holiday Inn Express with the cinnamon rolls are, dude, it's so good. Like, so worth it.
I just went shopping, bought a bunch of like snacks because I honestly would rather there be late night food than breakfast food. It's like so much easier to get by without breakfast. But dude, like 8 o'clock rolls around, man, you need some munchies.
Yeah, we're different people. I'm a have to have breakfast kind of guy.
He's going to show us.
Got some pretzel snaps.
Pretzels. You know what's really good with pretzels is cake icing. If you just get a tub of cake icing and dip pretzels in cake icing.
So good.
Oh, so
I've been on a like pretzels and dark chocolate kick.
Dude, you guys are fat AF. What the?
Shut up.
I got some bananas. Come on.
Ooh, bananas.
All right, that's a little better.
Got some protein drink mix.
Protein.
Got some berries.
All right,
I'm pulling it out because I'm actually hungry, so I'm going to be eating some of this on the podcast.
Yeah, no, I want to eat too, but all I got is trail mix, and that's crunchy.
What do you think? Are these
Flour bars?
These any good? Oatmeal crumble, Nature's Bakery bars.
I used to eat those while I was riding before the feed.
All right. Count it.
When he used to have to spend his own money on his ride food.
Yeah.
I'll probably eat these grapes right now. That's what I'm gonna feel.
Have you ever tried to calculate like how much money in fuel it takes to do a 5-hour ride?
Dude, come on.
Plenty of times.
Yeah. Yeah. You're the only one that probably hasn't done that because you're just rolling in money.
No, dude. No,
I've done it down to like how much it costs per carb, depending on what kind of carb you use.
Carb, dude.
Yeah,
like you're talking per grams of carbs?
Yeah, like how much it costs per grams of carbs, like maple syrup versus.
So are you using that similar to how they compare things in the grocery store, like per ounce, basically?
I guess so. Yeah.
Is that what?
I mean, that's all we talk about is grams of carbs per hour.
All right. So what's the cost
but like
for a 5-hour ride?
If you know that a serving, I guess maybe because you don't, your servings are different, right? Like maybe sometimes you're doing 50 grams a serving instead of 100 grams or something.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just boil it down to 1 gram of carb costs
per gram. Much. So per gram, dude, that's.
Oh, it's cheap.
I mean, that's got to be pushing close to like a penny.
Yeah, it's like a penny. But
yeah.
2 pennies, 2 pennies versus 1 penny added up over 600 grams on a long ride.
I know, but see, I don't think that's convicting
difference.
enough, dude. I don't think that's convicting because, like, if you tell someone like it's 1 penny versus 2 penny per gram, it's like whatever. But if you tell someone it's $1 versus $2 per serving, and you're doing 5 servings in a ride, now
you're just doing
big
more
difference.
Math. I'm doing less math with mine.
No, you got to do way more math with yours.
Once you figure out the cost
yours
per gram, once you figure out the cost per gram, then you just input that cost times the grams that you ate on your ride.
So what was the cheapest way
to do a 5-hour ride?
Oh, well, like the cheapest one's probably table sugar. And then right behind it is maple syrup. I would go with maple syrup. If it was down to just cost, I would go maple syrup every time.
It's crazy that maple syrup is one of the cheapest because I feel like maple syrup in the grocery store is
so much better. Yeah, but there's something like it's so much more dense. Like there's so many more carbs per fluid ounce of it than like drink mix. So if you buy one of those jugs of Costco maple syrup, which is like it's like a liter for $12. That's a lot. There's a lot of carbs in a 1 liter thing of maple syrup. Like,
is the Costco maple syrup even real maple syrup, or is it just
sugar
with maple flavoring?
No, you got to get the
It's real
pure maple syrup.
Yeah, it's real maple syrup. It's the cheapest place. As far as I can tell, it's the cheapest maple syrup. That's like one of the main reasons I have a Costco membership. That and the hot dog.
Is for their maple syrup?
That and the hot dog pizza and lunch combo. You can get a hot dog, a soda, and a pizza for $3.50.
That is hard to beat.
Dude, it's so hard to beat.
Is it the foot long too?
Yeah, it's like a huge foot. It's like a huge hot dog. Yeah.
Jumbo dogs.
The slice of pizza is like a quarter of a pizza too.
Yeah.
There's no way that hot dog is actual meat. It's probably, honestly, that hot dog's probably vegan. It's probably like
beef, dude.
Yeah, but the fact that they're able to give it to you for that
Costco
cheap.
2 weeks ago. Yeah, it's so good because they know that you just spent $300 on your groceries. Like you bought bulk everything, so they're like wiping you up with all that.
Oh, so you're saying they're losing money on the hot dogs to try to gain money on the groceries?
Oh yeah.
Drew just said he has a
probably not,
membership so he can get access to the free hot dogs. Like,
Yeah.
clearly
The
it's
first
working.
year I had it, I bought like a row machine, a TV. Like they totally got me. But I got that lunch, and the gas is really cheap because they know the odds of you pulling in there to get gas, you're probably going to go in the store and buy something.
All right,
You know it's
Tyler's
possible to-
not coming. He's in work.
This is hilarious. This is funny. This is like a Dizzle story where somebody just did not get my sense of humor. We're at Costco waiting for
Most
our
people.
pizza and hot dog, me and Andy, my 4-year-old. And she's like so excited for the hot dog and the pizza combo. She's standing like right where they serve the food, like just standing there. And this guy who looks kind of homeless, hopefully he doesn't listen to our podcast, is standing there waiting for his food. And they call his number. And he grabs his food and he's like, and then he looks and he's freaking out. He's like, "Did your kid touch my food?" And I was like, No, she didn't touch it. Like she's waiting for our food. And he's just freaking out. He's like, I could have swore I saw her touch it. So then my quick wit, I was like, oh yeah, I don't think she touched it, but she might have licked it. And she flipped. He's like, ma'am, I need a new piece of pizza. This kid touched my pizza. She was breathing all over it, like freaked out. And I'm like, dude, you're an idiot. You just spent $1.50 on this pizza. Who cares? Like you're putting garbage in your body in the first place. Who cares if my kid breathed on it or not? Like I wanted to fight the guy, but I think he worked at Costco, and if I had fought him, they probably would have revoked my membership.
I think they would probably kick you out either way, whether he worked there or not. But
yeah,
whatever. Who ate the piece of pizza that she licked?
Yeah, I know. I should have said, I was so taken aback by his idiocracy that I should have just said, hey, man, we'll take that pizza. You don't have to get rid of it or whatever. But I didn't think
this is like exactly what like when you were trying to joke with vegan cyclists, he just didn't think that you're joking at all. He just thought you were being a massive dick.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah, but this was way... Like, come on. My kid clearly did not lick your pizza. You were standing a foot from her. You do this. Like, yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Do they got Costco over in the land down under?
I don't know about that. I haven't seen a Costco yet.
Okay.
Yeah. I haven't seen a Costco yet.
Do they have anything that's the same? They got like Home Depot?
No, not really. The grocery store here is called Woolworths.
Do they have AFC?
What's that?
I don't even know what that is.
Australian fried chicken.
Oh, no, actually, they have KFC.
Yeah.
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 Wow.
They have KFC.
I think KFC is the most global. Maybe KFC or Taco Bell is like the most global restaurant.
Yeah. I mean, I've seen.
Right. I think it was
KFC,
Subway at one point.
McDonald's,
Or maybe it was
Subway
Dunkin'
here.
Donuts at one point, but
Yeah. Yeah. But
how's it been?
no, it's
How you
been
liking
sick
it?
here, man. I haven't had to I've had to put sunscreen on every day, riding in bibs and a jersey. It's nice. Not having to ride in the winter.
Dude,
Are you actually like training or you vacationing?
No, dude, he's surfing all the time, dude.
Yeah,
Tell
I
us
know.
about your latest surfing adventures.
Yeah.
Did you do that in the middle of the day? Because like you could have been riding, dude.
It was the afternoon. I rode that morning and then I went surfing in the afternoon. Or I attempted to go surfing. I don't know if it went surfing is.
At least you prioritized your ride. Who cares if you got sore legs for surfing, but gotta prioritize the ride.
Maybe
that's why you sucked at surfing, though.
Yeah, right, exactly. Yeah. I mean, that was the first time I attempted to go surfing since I was like 12.
Sick.
Yeah. If Scott was here, he would roast
I've never
me
been.
because apparently Scott is like a big surfer amongst the 50 other outdoors hobbies that he has.
Scott is just a big everything. He just does so much fun stuff. Fun guy.
Yeah. He can
And
do
on
a
top of that,
kickflip on a
now he's
skateboard.
Actually being a pro cyclist in Girona.
I saw a Bush Natural can on the side of the road and made me think of Scott. So, all right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's probably a lot of things that you could see on the side of the road and think of Scott.
True. Is he in Girona now? Officially?
Yep.
Nice.
I don't think he knows this, but he's still sharing his location with me from Iceman. So the other day I was texting him about something and it showed up that he was in Girona, Spain. And I was like, oh, no shit. I had no idea.
Yeah.
Actually, the compound that they must be staying at, or at least that he was at when he was texting me, looked freaking ballin'.
Yeah. That George.
I think I'm going to do the Traca. I'll get to go hang out with him.
Yeah, for real.
Are you going to do the Traca?
I think I am.
Wow. The 350 or 360 or whatever? The long one?
Yeah, Reg for the 200 already filled up, so I'm going to do the 360. That's the one I'd want to do anyways.
Yeah. I think
okay,
that's
so if Reg
one.
for the 200 already filled up, then which is the one that's the most important?
According to Danny
more
Shrewsbury,
people probably do the 200.
According to Danny Shrewsbury, the 350 is the real one. And, you know, the only reason why people are doing the 200 is because they're big fat pussies.
I was going to say, are Euros just a bunch of pussies then?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I thought about reaching out for free Reg, but that's probably not going to happen. Unless there's no way they listen. You know, there's no way that they heard that segment about me getting pissed.
Wait, you got pissed about Traca?
Maybe I'll go all the way over there and just to make a statement, because I don't support the Gravel Earth series doing that crap to the Rift. Maybe I'll just bandit ride the whole thing. Just show up and do it.
Oh,
but not
that's you're talking about when you got pissed about the Gravel Earth series.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dude, the Traca
I feel like that would just be a
big
jokes on you. Yeah.
Yeah, they probably don't. Yeah, true. All right, I guess I'll just pay the Reg. Suck it up. It's like 250 euros. That's like $250.
I think it's more.
That's a lot of money.
More than that.
Cheaper than Unbound.
Yeah, way cheaper.
Yeah.
No, we got it. And before I forget, and we got to do this in the first 15 minutes. Big news.
Dude, you already passed, right? 1508, 1509, 1510. Oh, you missed it.
I have a laugh code, and it's only good until February the 10th. So everybody who hears this right now, sell your bike and buy a Lauf and use code RADDADDIZZLE at checkout to save 8%.
Dude, this is what you had to say in the first 15
Did you never
minutes.
have a... Yeah,
should've
did you
said it in the
never
first
have
two.
a code before?
No. This is the first time they've ever had a code. I'm the first one.
Okay, why?
Last
why
year
did
was
they
the first year
just
they
now
ever
gi-
ran a sale.
Why did they just now give you a code, and why is it only good through February?
And why is it all 8%?
There's this thing, there's this psychological thing called, actually, I don't know what it's called, but the fear of missing out is basically what it is. And so it's like, if you put a deadline on it, people are going to use it probably more because they're like, oh man, like this is the only chance I get to save 8% and use Rad Dad Dizzle's code.
Isn't that like
for
the
Lauf.
scarcity fallacy or something?
Yeah, there you go. Scarcity.
All right, so
Yeah.
basically what Dizzle is saying
More like
is
the scarcity truth.
basically what Dizzle is saying is don't fall for it. There's going to be other sales throughout the year. If you don't buy your Lauf right now, it's not the end of the world because you can get it for 10% off probably in like April.
Yeah, but now you get to use my code. And I get,
but
I don't get commission off of it, but I get credit for it.
wait, you don't
You'd be
get
helping
commission from this
support a
code?
pro
Why
rider.
are you even slinging it out then?
How much did you get? How much commission did you get for the 3 felts you've sold, buddy? 0.
Yeah, and you
How
don't
many
see me-
times did Dylan actually try to sell those
Yeah.
felts on the podcast?
Did you ever see me talking about buying these felts on the podcast?
Yeah.
No, I think you were the only one that talked about it.
Honestly,
Yeah, dude,
you
you're right.
you mentioned these felts way more than I have on this podcast. You're actually advertising my sponsor.
Yeah, because you'd be an idiot to buy one of those instead of a Lauf. They just came out with a sick red one. I already ordered mine. Saved 8% on it.
Sick red what?
A Segla. Segla.
Did they put flames on it too?
Wait, so you're not getting commission and you got to buy your own bikes, dude?
No. It was
What
a
kind
joke.
of deal is this?
I did order the red one, but I get that, sponsored discount.
All right. Well, that's fascinating, Dizzle.
It's
I'm
where they
glad that
actually
you,
charge me double.
Glad that you spent 3 minutes of the pod talking about that. That was very worthwhile.
Also, news is there's another code for you. I'll hit you with this one. RADDAD20 if you want to pick up some chamois cream too. Go over to Underbutter. That's under without an E and butter without an E. It's spelled funny. You'll figure it out. Underbutter.com. RADDAD20 to save 20% on some chamois cream
Dude,
too.
we have real sponsors for this show. Why don't we talk about those?
I haven't been on for 2 weeks, so it's the first time I've been on for 2026. And I'm all excited to share my new sponsor codes. So, yeah, we got show sponsors, sure. What?
I didn't even know you
Those
used
don't mean
chamois
much to
butter.
Yeah, dude. Sensitive privates.
I didn't know that anyone
What?
still uses
Well,
that.
they're definitely
Let's not
sensitive
go there.
now after that. Yeah. Did you pick up that sponsor?
No. We're not talking about that. I had like 3 people DM me about that.
Yeah, dude. People want to know. People want to be supportive, They can't be supportive if they don't know what's going on in your life, man.
Yeah.
You should start a chamois butter company and just call it Blanks.
Yeah. Right.
Is it chamois butter or is it like birth control? What is it?
It's up
could
for
be
your own
both.
interpretation.
Exogenous birth control? Is that the right word? Exogenous, where it goes on your skin?
Usually topical is what I think of.
Topical birth control. There you go. It sounds sketchy.
All right. Well, I don't know if you
You'll
guys
put it on your junk. You'll put it on your junk, and then nobody will want to touch your junk. So perfect. There it goes. That's how it works.
All right. Well, I don't know if you guys have been following cycling news at all. This is the part where you tell
Has
me if you
the Tour
have or
Down Under
haven't.
started yet?
It has not. But the biggest,
I'm like
man,
waiting for that to start. I want to.
There's definitely a lag here. That's why I think it's on Dizzle's end. What do you think, Adam?
Nah, it's you, DJ.
It's on yours. Yeah.
Should I
You're in
log
Australia, dude. Don't blame it on us.
Should I log out and then log back on?
Nah, whatever.
I don't know. I feel like it's actually gotten better in the last couple minutes.
All right. Whatever.
Yeah, it's fine.
Look, all right, people who are listening to this podcast right now, don't get mad at us for interrupting each other. There's like a 5-second lag, so of course we're going to interrupt each other.
Screw the listeners. I like it when we interrupt each other.
All right. So the biggest controversy of cycling last week actually came from Down Under. I don't know if you guys heard about it at all.
I didn't see that. An amateur won pro nats, right?
Well, he's on a Conti team and he was on DSM last year. Pat Eddy.
Oh, so he's legit.
Yeah, I mean
I never heard of him. They made it seem like it was a huge upset.
Well, the controversy was that Jayco chased down their own teammate. Luke Durbridge was up the road solo, had like a 2-minute gap with like 30K left, like should have been in the bag, I think. I mean, and then it's like, so Pat Eddy, I can't remember what team he's on. They were wearing orange jerseys. Him and another guy were doing most of the work, but there were 2 Jayco guys with them. And they were also taking some pulls, and they pulled back Luke Durbridge, and Luke Plapp was actually who's on Jayco, was actually the one to finally, like in the last, like we're within the last 500 meters here. It's the last climb. Durbridge is still chugging up the hill, and Pat Eddy and Luke Plapp have Durbridge in sight. And I think this is the most
roasted though.
Yeah. But this is the most egregious part to me, was that, okay, so they've got Durbridge in sight. He's probably going to get caught, but there's only 2 of them. There's Pat Eddy and there's Luke Plapp. And he's probably probably got 20 meters on him, 30 meters on him or something. And then Luke Plapp could have just let Pat Eddy close that gap, but he's like, nah, screw it. I'm going to the front right now. And Luke Plapp was the one that closed the gap. And Pat Eddy just stayed on his wheel the whole time and then out-sprinted him at the end.
What? So it totally backfired anyways.
Yeah.
Wasn't there a big group right behind him too, though?
There was a big group right behind him. Yeah.
So maybe he was thinking, all I got to do is out-sprint this one guy versus if I try to out-sprint all 10 of these dudes that catch us.
Yeah. I mean, it's so
pertinent information to keep in the story there.
Sure. But don't you think it would have made more sense to let Pat Eddy close that gap? And then he's just been spending energy closing the gap. And then you can easily attack him up the climb and drop him.
Yeah, not if like Durbridge smoked. So you're going to catch him regardless. And then you catch Durbridge and Plapp. And then both of them get rolled over by the group behind them. And then they don't even get a podium spot. I mean,
yeah.
Could they? What you're saying is right, but it's kind of a tricky situation.
Yeah. I actually thought it was more of it. So if you look at cycling media right now, people are freaking out about how Jayco completely botched the tactics. And I mean, they lost the race. So you could say they botched the tactics. And it was kind of their race to lose because they've won it like the last, I don't know, 4 years or something. But it was trickier. It was like a trickier situation than a lot of the cycling media is letting on, right? I think the cycling media is like, Jayco is complete idiots. This was the dumbest thing that we've ever seen. And I don't know. I mean, it's probably not, it probably wasn't super smart, but it was also a tricky situation.
Yeah. Controversy sells.
Totally. Were they allowed to use radios?
Yeah, I think they had radios. Yeah.
Okay. So did anything come out as far as like, was there team dialogue?
I don't know.
Like, did they find out the dude that was off the front was like actually smoked and going to get caught either way?
I mean, they had him in sight, so it looked like he was going to get caught.
He looked haggard.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I will say that the only reason, like, there was also a lot of, like, in the last 20K, it's not like the Jayco riders behind did nothing. There were times where Jayco riders got to the front and pulled in Durbridge a little bit. It was mostly the orange team, which I wish I could remember the name of the orange team off the top of my head right now. Of the guy that won.
Is it called Brennan?
Yeah.
Isn't that the name? Brennan or Brennan? Something like that.
It was mostly them chasing down Durbridge, but Jayco did some polling. So, and for sure Durbridge would have gotten a little bit closer to the finish if that hadn't happened.
Flap won last year, didn't he?
No, he let Durbridge win last year. Like, the two of them were off the front, and Plapp let Durbridge have it. And then Plapp, I think, won the 2 years prior to that. So he was already a 2-time national champion, and he was like, I guess he was just like, I'll let my teammate have this one. Which I guess is, I think that's actually an important part of the story, because probably in his mind, he was like, I let this guy who's dangling off the front, who's clearly going to crack, I let him have it last year. I'm not going to let him have it 2 years in a row. Like, I want to be a 3-time national champ now.
For the glory, yeah. Oh, yeah.
For the glory.
Did Peta race the women's race?
No.
What?
She's like
been there, done that.
Yeah. I mean, she has done nationals like 20 times or something. She's over it.
She's won it like 10 times or something.
She won the road race 1 time.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wish we could say the same.
Yeah. Haven't even been close.
Yep.
Yeah.
You could have done Aussie National Championships. You were there. Could have hopped in.
Well, I couldn't have because I'm American, but
I didn't see you in there.
Yeah. The Jayco women, at least, like they crushed it. I think they went 1 and 2 or 1 and 3 or something. So at least it wasn't like a complete train wreck for Jayco over the weekend.
Yeah.
As I've come to learn, Jayco is like the Aussie equivalent of, I don't know, I guess you could say Legion back in the day. Like back when Legion was actually good and winning everything. That's what Jayco is in Australia. Like, it seems like people.
Nah, dude. When Legion was like prime, they'd go like 1 through 5 in crits. Like insane. Like, all of their lead out guys would just keep sprinting, and their lead out guys were better than the next best sprinter. Like,
yeah,
it was nuts.
Well, I think I think the thing about Jayco is that they've got more riders in the peloton than anyone else. They've got like 9-10 riders or something, and everybody else is, got 3 riders or 4 riders or whatever. So they're outnumbered to begin with, and then the Jayco riders are, some of the strongest in the race. So I don't know, like Jayco is like the Australian. What's the Star Wars reference? Darth Star. Yeah.
I don't know.
For somebody as like nerdy as you, you'd think that you would like Star Wars.
I like Star Wars.
Or Star Trek or something.
I'm not a Star Wars nerd, but I like Star Wars. They were good movies.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jayco's basically like the big bad kid on the block. that everybody's like trying to beat?
Oh, I would ride for Jayco mainly because I bet you get a custom. It would be sick to have a custom designed and custom painted RV. I bet they all get like decked out RVs if that's their main sponsor.
I highly doubt they do.
That'd be sick. Like they wouldn't even have to pay me. Just give me a sweet custom Jayco RV, and I get to like just think of how cool it could look. Like if I got to custom paint it.
Yeah, but dude, then you wouldn't get to ride a Lauf Segla.
Yeah, true. That would be a downgrade. When I was in Europe doing cyclocross racing, it seemed like every pro cyclocross rider had their own little mini RV. And on the back of the RV was always like a bigger than life portrait of them. But like them with their back turned to you, but they're like turned around and their hands on their butt and they're like looking behind their back, like looking at you to make it look like, I don't know, like because that's the back of the RV. It was always like the goofiest looking thing in the world. It was always hilarious. I always thought it was so funny.
Yeah, dude, that could be you. Just your butt on the back.
Did you guys see what happened to Eli Isbert?
Oh yeah, that
I feel bad for like talking so much crap about him the last few years.
Yeah, man, I bet you feel like a douche now.
Yeah, he can't even race anymore.
Yeah, so for any of the listeners that don't know what we're talking about, Eli Isbert, he got the same surgery that Scott got, but I don't know. I guess it went badly, and now he can't even ride a bike.
So Scott said it was technically the same type of surgery, but different artery. So Eli Iserbeets was the femoral artery, but Scott's was the iliac artery.
Whoa.
So I don't know if maybe the femoral one is more risky, but
how do you go? Like, I don't understand how you can't even ride anymore. Like what's going to happen? Like, can he not exercise ever again? Like, exercise is so good for you. How could you get to the point where you can't even exercise?
There's a lot of people that injure themselves to the point that they can't exercise. I mean, this is different. Like, he didn't injure himself. This was a medical procedure, but
think of how fat he's probably going to get now. He's probably going to keep eating. His metabolism's... No. The reason I say this is because the same thing happened to Niels Albert like a decade ago. Niels Albert was like in his prime racing against Sven Nys like a decade ago. Cyclocross. Similar thing, like Belgian guy. One of the top, like very, very similar to Eli Isbert. He had some kind of heart condition where if he raced, they told him like he could be in the middle of a race and something would happen and he would just drop dead. So he had to stop riding completely. Like same thing as Eli. And he got real fat real quick. I mean, like within the next season, he's on the sidelines and you're like, whoa, like off season really hit you hard, buddy. I mean, like if your metabolism's that, like if you're used to eating that much food and then all of a sudden you're not burning any calories, that'd be a rough. I don't know if I'd be able to handle it.
You know what happens to me?
So get this for Go ahead.
You know what happens to me in the off season when I stop riding is that's actually the lightest I'll be all year. I just forget about food. Usually I'm really hungry. But I remember one off season, it was towards the end of my break, my like 2-week break. I remember I woke up, I always eat oatmeal in the morning. So I made a bowl of oatmeal and I couldn't even finish it. I ate like half of it and I was like, I don't want to eat this, which is weird. That's crazy for me to not finish my bowl of oatmeal in the morning.
That's because your food sucks, dude.
Okay, wait.
You gotta eat some good food.
Wait. All right. So I eat half of it. I mean, I think it tastes amazing. And I mean, like, I look forward to it every morning. I always finish my bowl of oatmeal. So you can say it sucks, but I think it's good. So the fact that I didn't finish it is weird. I didn't finish it. And then I had a really busy day that day doing stuff. And it was like all the way, it was like 10 at night. And I'm like coming back home from like hanging out with some friends. And I was thinking back to my day and I was like, I haven't eaten one single thing since that half bowl of oatmeal that I had at like 7 o'clock this morning. And it's 10 at night. I like completely forgot to eat that day.
Yeah. Dude, that happens to me all the time.
You guys have issues, man. I can't go an hour without thinking about food. Like, what's wrong with you guys? Like, that's not a normal thing.
Like, if I'm just thinking about it, but dude, like, I mean, I have some days where I get so busy, and most of the mornings I fast anyways, and sometimes it's like 4 or 5 o'clock, and I'm like, oh shit, I haven't eaten anything yet.
Like, the second I get in my car, the first thing that pops in my head is like, what food places am I going to drive by? And then I have to like mentally fight the urge to stop at all the food places, or one.
You're talking about like dropping your kids off at daycare or something?
Nah, anytime I get in the car, like, if I have a route and I'm like, all right, I'm going to go from here to here. All right, well, I know there's a Taco Bell, a Wendy's, a Chipotle. I know all these Chick-fil-A. That's the first one that pops in the head. You're like, ooh, there's that Chick-fil-A off of Preston. They just put it in like a year ago. I could stop in right there and grab some lunch. But I'm like, usually it's not the unhealth part of it. It's usually the wallet. The wallet usually chimes in and says, hey, buddy, we're not spending money on this. We got food at home.
Dude, you are going to be fat when you retire one day.
Yeah. Like, I've never had, you guys ever heard of Cookout? That I know, Dylan, you haven't. Actually, Cookout. There's a Cookout like a half a mile from your house.
Yes,
I know you've never
heard of it.
I don't think they have a single vegan thing on their menu. There's not a Cookout in Louisville, but there's a bunch in Kentucky. And so down here at the Gorge, there's one on the way home. So we stopped there for the first time like a month ago, and it is bomb. And like tonight I'm driving back home and I know that Cookout is off of that exit, and it's going to take a lot of willpower to not stop there. And the last time I was there, I got a chocolate banana milkshake, and it was like mind blowing good. So I might have just convinced myself to stop and get me another. They got like 40 different milkshake flavors. Fresh bananas too. There were chunks of bananas getting stuck in my straw. That's how you know it's a good milkshake. When you think, man,
wow,
am I drinking a milkshake or am I drinking a smoothie? Like, so good.
I can't remember what we were talking about before we went off on this tangent.
Australia and Costco, and that's the whole point of
that was like 30 minutes ago.
That's why the last 2 episodes have sucked, because like you guys didn't go down any rabbit holes. You guys would go down rabbit holes like Adam tried to with the hunting and the golfing stuff, but nobody else was taking the bait.
Yeah, you can only Scott is only so interesting on the podcast when you're asking him questions. So
that's the problem. Is like there's a lot of rabbit holes you could go down with Scott, but he just never buys in. It's like so frustrating. And then he just like claims to not like the conversations we're having anyways. I'm like, dude, I try to like bring you into like some interesting conversations for you, and he still just like doesn't respond.
Yeah, and then when you see him in person, he's like Mr. Chatty, and I'm like, the heck,
totally
dude?
Opposite.
Bring this energy to the pod.
Like if we just filmed the entire week, which I thought we were gonna do or did. I thought Grace did do this. Yeah, Iceman. Yeah.
I was gonna ask that. We had a guy following us taking videos. Like, what?
And Grace was there the whole weekend too, and I haven't seen anything
of that content. Happen with that footage?
I don't know, but
we hired photographers and videographers, but we didn't hire an editor to actually make the video.
Apparently. But yeah, like if we just had like recorded the entire weekend, dude, that video would have like popped off.
We did. It's somewhere.
I know. If we would have uploaded
on somebody's memory card right now. We just need to like get that footage.
I remember
and do something
Grace had started to edit it on the airplane home because I was sitting next to her.
Oh, really?
And she must have just
Yeah, come on,
Stop.
Grace. Like, I know you're going to listen to this, and I'm sure whatever Stans is making you do, it's probably not that important. So, can you do this video for us? Like, think about your long-term career. Like, what's going to be more beneficial? You doing stuff for Stans, or you doing stuff for us? Like, come on. Let's be obvious here.
Yeah, I don't know.
Do you guys follow Trekkie?
Oh, my bonk. I think that not as closely as you probably.
Yeah.
Well, have you seen that he's been riding across Australia?
Nope.
I think I did see something about that.
Damn, you guys really don't follow Trekkie. Which
is he trying to ride
like
on
Lachlan?
Lachlan's
Like, is he?
Dude, he's not as cool as Lachlan. Come on, dude.
Lachlan rode
Why even try?
Lachlan rode around Australia. Trekkie is riding across Australia, and he's trying to beat the fastest known time across Australia. Which he's like.
Didn't Lachlan do that too? I thought that was how Lachlan kind of like started his whole influencer thing, was with the like whereabouts stuff that they were putting out.
I don't know. I mean, Lachlan's not the one who holds the current record.
Okay.
I should actually look up.
What's the record?
Hold on. Fastest time on a bike across Australia.
Is this on pavement or off-road?
Pavement. He's on a TT bike.
It's whoa.
So pavement.
Dang it, this is not it.
Who was the ultra guy that was attempting that and got hit and killed in Australia?
Whoa,
Mike,
I don't know.
Mike something.
Couldn't tell you.
Mike Hall. He was like legendary in the ultra world.
I don't know. But yeah, so the record is like, I think 6 days and 10 hours or something. Maybe it's 5 days and 10 hours. Damn it, I can't remember. It's 5 days or anyway, it's like under a week to ride across Australia.
Okay.
Anyway, as of right now, it's not. Trekkie's like halfway through, and he's 4 days in or something. Doesn't look like he's going to make it. Like, he'll finish the ride, but he's not going to. It doesn't look like he's going to break the record. And I think part of the reason is because he had like horrendous headwind on the first day, and still has headwind. Like he's had a headwind the whole entire time.
Did he not just like look at the forecast and decide to delay a couple days?
Yeah, no, we asked him about that. We were like, if the wind is terrible, are you gonna switch the days? And he's like, nah, the dates are set. That's when it's got to be. And honestly, like he couldn't have. He probably picked close to the worst conditions to do it in. It was really bad headwind the first day, and I think it's been headwind ever since.
That just seems dumb.
And I think right now he's getting tendonitis in his Achilles or something.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking. He's on like an actual TT bike. It's not like a super crazy position, but
whoops, that was probably better, anyways. I said he's going to be out of the GP before it even begins. I'm going to light him up this year. He's going to get tendonitis. What a goofball for riding across Australia.
Yeah.
When I look it up, it's Google Gemini is telling me that typically when people are researching FKTs across Australia, what they actually mean is circumnavigating the continent, such as Lachlan Morton did in 2024 and set the record.
Gemini knows what's up. They'd probably follow Lachlan.
Yeah,
just name their baby Lachlan.
I know a few people that name their babies Lachlan.
Yeah, they're not naming their babies Trekkie, that's for sure. Did Dylan not hear it? It was a funny joke. Why are you laughing?
Okay, whatever you just said, I didn't hear it because you cut out. What'd you say? Repeat it.
Bummer. I said my buddy named their baby Lachlan, and I said, yeah, they definitely didn't name it Trekkie.
It was funny the first time.
Ain't nobody naming their baby
Had to be
Trekkie.
there, man. Had to be there.
Okay. Yeah.
I mean, like, whether you're circumnavigating Australia or riding across Australia, it's still badass. Like, I don't necessarily like.
Yeah, but not as cool as it would be as riding across Kentucky. I should do that and post about it.
Yeah, I mean,
the route is 4,000 kilometers.
Yeah,
and the current record is 6.5 days.
Yeah. Six. Do you know? Does it say who has the current record?
What if I rode across Kentucky and only ate KFC? Oh, that'd be cool.
That sounds like something dumb that Chase would do.
Exactly.
Did Chase?
That'd be great.
Did Chase do 1,000 miles in 7 days again?
He was trying to, but I haven't seen anything after like day 4. So maybe
did he fail?
Got sick or something. I don't know.
Christoph Strausser.
Yeah. That guy has a lot. That guy has. I'm pretty sure he's got the across the U.S. record too. Like he's got a lot of these long distance records.
Well, I could probably get the one in Kentucky.
Dude, no one gives a flying fuck about the one in Kentucky.
I'm going to find the narrowest state as possible, Idaho, where it's just a little narrow little strip, and just send it 50 miles as fast as I can and say I rode across a state.
Yeah. Rhode Island. Probably ride across Rhode Island in like 3 hours.
Yeah. I think I'm going to do the Michigan coast to coast and the Dam, which are 2 like ride across the whole state races.
That's cool.
You realize Trekkie is riding across Australia, not a state, dude. Not a single
Is Australia
state.
bigger than the United States? Like,
it's about the same
distance to ride from one side of the U.S. It is about the same.
It's about the same. Yeah. Like riding. I mean, Adam, like your Googling abilities, maybe you could look it up. But I feel like I think that riding across Australia and riding across the U.S. is not far off of the same distance.
Yeah, I want to say it's like 2,700 miles in the U.S. Let's see if I can find it. The Trans-American route. The problem is, like there's different routes that you can take.
What about Ram? They have that race, Ram.
Yeah, I don't know if that's like an official one. Okay, so Christoph Strausser's race across, so Ram, his Ram record is 3,020 miles. So it's like 600 miles more than Australia.
Yeah. It's not far off, though.
But at that point,
you know what
same.
You know what I was
what
like?
Was his time? What was his time?
7.6 days. So
you know what I was thinking,
or 7 days and 14 hours.
Dude, that's
because Trekkies had headwinds the entire time. I was like, dude, if he just did it, like he's doing it west to east. If he just did it east to west, he'd have tailwinds the entire time. And apparently the record is only valid if you do it west to east.
Yeah. It's Perth to Sydney is the official direction.
Yeah.
Just do what Payson did a couple years ago and do an unofficial FKC where you do your own route or whatever.
establish your own FKT?
Are you referring to the Tasmania one?
No. The white ram. The first one he did a long time ago, the white ram mountain bike, whatever. And then Homeboy in the World Tour showed up and like did it, but did it different or something and beat his
did
time.
It in the opposite direction?
No, that one's kind of controversial because it's a loop, right? Like it's just a big circle.
They started the loop at different
So they went
points.
the same direction. They just started at different points and finished at different points. But they rode the exact same route in the same exact direction in the exact same number of miles.
Right.
So like the route was the same, but it was not the same. It's kind of like starting Leadville's course at the top of Columbine and then finishing at the top of Columbine.
Yeah, it was funny though, because like Payson did this entire documentary, all this energy, all this video, all around this FKT attempt, and he gets the record. And then like a week later, Quinn Simmons shows up and just smokes his time and says, "Am I going to get in the documentary now?" And
he beat the time before Payson had even released any of the like media about it.
But it's funny.
It was disqualified because it wasn't the right starting point.
Yeah, Quinn. If you're going to break a record, do it the right way, buddy.
Which I mean is kind of funny because I feel like he probably could have broken it either way. You know, like if he probably just did that to be different, you know, like because that's kind of how Quinn rolls. But
he probably didn't even think about it. He probably was just like, the white rim is here. I'll start here.
Right. That's probably more like it. Yeah. Or he probably just picked like the most convenient place to park his car from the highway.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. That sounds about right.
Any other news going on?
Do you think that it would be easier or harder to start Leadville at the top of Columbine and finish Leadville at the top of Columbine versus how it's run now?
I think that'd be way harder.
You think it'd be harder?
I mean, you'd get to hit power line, which, you know, on paper maybe is a little bit more challenging of a climb at times. So you'd be able to hit that fresher. But dude, you'd have to do Columbine to finish the race. Like,
yeah,
that would suck. And you would start cold out of the gate and just like bomb. Can you imagine descending Columbine at 7 in the morning or 6 in the morning, whatever the start time is?
It's probably so cold at the top of Columbine.
Like 5 degrees up there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's 5 degrees Fahrenheit, people.
Yeah. Someone listening should just go do that. Someone should go start at the top of Columbine and finish at the top of Columbine and compare it to their fastest time on the real course and see what happens.
Well, you know what else would suck about that is
maybe, dude, Quinn Simmons, man. If Quinn, if you're listening to this, dude, this is right up your alley, dude. Go do the Leadville course, start at the top of Columbine, finish at the top of Columbine, and see if you can break Keegan's record.
Or just start in the middle of the course and ride half the course and back and then half the course and back.
Sure.
Pete Stetna's retiring. Did you guys hear about that?
Oh, that's old news.
There were quite a few posts about
but
that.
I haven't got to chime in on the conversation.
All right, chime, bro.
You think that's good or bad for the sport? The day that got announced, Chase texted me and said, "Does that mean aero bars are allowed again?" Which is pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, he did seem like he was the gatekeeper of the spirited gravel, right? Like, you know, I think I even saw an article about this. Like, now that Pete Stetna is retired, the spirited gravel is like officially gone from gravel racing. It's the end of an era.
Oh, come on. Let's not give him so much credit. Kind of a short-lived era. Yeah.
When did he start?
It's
Probably
arguably the
2016 or something like that. 2017.
Arguably the first
17.
era of gravel racing. Like, I don't know when you would say gravel racing started.
He's the first gravel pro to retire because he was the first gravel pro to exist. Oh no, that can't be true. What's his
Ted
face?
King?
Ted King.
Yeah, and
Colin Strickland.
Colin Strickland.
Oh yeah.
Colin didn't really retire.
He didn't really retire though. I don't remember a retirement post from him. But
from who? Colin?
Colin. I think he just kind of fizzled out.
I think he was forced out. But I don't know. I mean, I don't know if I would put Colin in the same like classification as those other guys though, because Ted
went Unbound.
I know. I'm not saying ability wise. I'm saying those guys came from World Tour racing and entered gravel. Colin just like made a name for himself early, right? he just like made a name for himself.
Legend, wasn't he?
Yeah,
that's insane.
Yeah, he was still winning red hooks when he was like winning Unbound.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Red hooks racing seems so sketchy. It seems like something you would do, Adam. A red hook crit.
I actually, I was interested in it at some point, but I don't know, I never did.
I think one year, some like red hook team or bike brand reached out to me, and this was like before I did YouTube. Like, I don't even know how they knew who I was. I think it was because they knew me through cyclocross. And they must have been desperate because I think this was even before I had done much crit racing too.
Dude, come on. Don't do state dirty like that.
And they reached out to me and they wanted me to race red hooks and they were going to like take me at all these races and stuff. And I think I was entertaining it and I watched a couple of YouTube videos and was like, this doesn't seem that hard. And then I think my wife shot it down. She's like, those are so sketchy. Like, you're not doing that. And then the more I thought about it, I was like, yeah, it doesn't seem like that good of an idea.
What is your your take on Phil Guyman being sponsored by State now? People want to know.
Ooh, good for him. He had some kind of an affiliation with them over the last few years. Like I know that he had his main sponsorship through Factor, but if you look closely, he had some kind of relationship with State for some reason over the last few years. And so, because when I was with State, they talked about him.
Who talked about him?
The owners. I don't know. But if you look, it was like a couple, like it was like a little logo on the back of his jerseys and stuff. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, really? Okay.
He just didn't talk about it as his primary bike sponsor. It was like, I think it was like he would do some collabs with them occasionally.
Well, so State does that ride fixed with pros or whatever series, like the YouTube series.
Oh yeah.
And I know that Phil was on that a few times.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's cool. Our homeboy Justin McQuarrie is also sponsored by State, so that's cool. Justin's way cooler than Phil Guyman, but far less YouTube subscribers, unfortunately. But yeah, you guys ever? I listened to Phil Guyman's one of his books. I think it was called The Draft Animals. Basically, like I've never listened to well, I guess maybe this is the only autobiography I ever listened to that was read by the author. But how in the world did he get that book published? It was just a whole book of him whining about how he should have been sponsored more. Like I could have wrote that book. Like my whole career, it was like. I could be just as good at whining as he, and he wrote a whole book that was just whining, and it got published, and people love Phil Guyman, and I'm like, are you kidding me? Like, this is the whiniest guy I've ever met, other than myself, probably. Like, I was like, I read that, and I was like, dang, I could probably publish a book if this is published. Like, come on, like, I just didn't think there was anything profound about his story or anything, like.
Yeah. I mean, there
wasn't any like beautiful ending to it. It was just literally like him writing about his life from this period to this period. And there wasn't really like a storyline. It was just like him wishing that he was World Tour more.
Yeah. I mean, he was
World Tour.
That's
and
kind
he still
of
wished that he was World Tour more.
That's kind of what Dang it, I'm forgetting his name. The How to Be a Pro Cyclist book. That's kind of what that one's like too.
From Canada. Jack Burke.
Yeah. Jack Burke. His book it's kind of like that too. It's like, how to be a pro cyclist. It sounds like it's going to be an advice book, and he kind of gives advice here and there, but it's more so just about his story. And, I don't know. It's just like one of those books that you read and it kind of gives you perspective into how shit it is to try to be a pro cyclist. Like it's not, it may be a glamorous life for like Pogačar and Matthew Van Der Poel, who are the best in the world. But for 95% of people who are trying to be a pro cyclist, or maybe barely a pro cyclist, or like they got a contract 1 year, or, there's so many people that are like right on the line. It's like, it's terrible. It sucks. Like it's a lot of sacrifice for very little return. Like return on investment. Like if we're talking about it purely from a business perspective, it's like the worst return on investment you could possibly think of. It's like so much time and energy for such little return on investment.
You're starting to sound, you can write a book too.
I mean, am I wrong?
How to be a gravel pro.
Like Dizzle,
no, you're not wrong.
Think about how many hours you've spent in your life training versus how, and you're making money at it now. And
I'm not even a pro, not until the last like 2 years.
But I had
done all that work.
Yeah, that's a perfect example, right? Like you I don't know how many hours you've spent training in your life, but it's a ton. And then like you make, you make X number of dollars from it. And for the people listening who are curious, it's not a lot of dollars. I just say X because I don't want to like blow up Dizzle's spot. The dollars are not a lot, right? There's a reason why he has to like tell us his freaking coupon code on the podcast. It's because he's struggling to feed his family.
It's a lot of dollars for somebody for somebody from Kentucky, man. It's a lot of money, dude.
Yeah, right. So, but like, think about the return on investment.
I mean, honestly,
yeah,
right.
Yeah,
I
think the biggest
came
difference...
to that realization at some point after like 2 or 3 years of like really trying hard to get sponsors, get support, and like basically came to the realization that if I just trained only like if I only trained 20 hours a week, I could still work a normal job and make freaking way more money than 99% of the gravel pros out there. Like that's basically what I decided. And that's what I ended up doing. Cause like
get you crushed.
I would work my ass off to get support and sponsors and stuff. And I would bring in like $15,000 total of support. And then I would spend $15,000 getting to all the races. So like I would net $0 basically. And it's like, work my ass off for that. Whereas if I just kept my normal job and made however much money, it was like way more than anyone else was making.
Dude, that year after I graduated college where I had an office job was like such an awakening. I was like, I had given up on bike racing and was like, I'm not gonna, I guess I'm just not cut out for this. Like I got to buckle down and get a real job and support my family. And dude, that was the worst year of my life. I was like, at the end of that year, I was like, I don't care if I work in a freaking paper factory. I'm riding my bike because riding my bike makes me happier. And if I got to make way less money, but I can ride my bike, then I'm gonna, because like, I'll figure it out,
Right.
And luckily, like that was right around the same time that coaching picked up and everything. Like I realized, I could coach. And then those two things go
right
hand in hand. But
that's what I mean.
Like, I quit like a good paying job. They wanted to give me a 25% pay increase to stay another year. And because I had committed to a 1 year, I was like, all right, I'll come do this for, I was on salary for a whole year. And at the end of that year, I was like, there's no way I'm staying. And they my boss offered me a 25% increase in pay to stay another year and like more vacation time and all that. And I was like, without even hesitating, was like, no, thank you.
Not
And was out of there. And I took a job at a paper factory cutting paper at 4 a.m. in the morning.
Right. And you did that because that would let you then train in the afternoon, like after
I was
work, right?
done by like 1 o'clock and could ride.
Right.
I was tired most of the time, but you can ride when you're tired.
Yeah.
Yep. And then a year after that, me and DJ hooked up and
look at Dizzle. Dizzle's not all about the money. Sometimes Dizzle cares about things that aren't money.
Yeah, dude, that's just a joke. Come on. I'm not about the money. I mean, to a certain, you have to be about money at a certain point, especially when you have kids. I think before I had kids, I thought way less about money than I do now. But when you have 2 kids, you're like, man, I gotta like, now I can't just take a paper factory job now. Like, if I took a paper factory job now, we'd be screwed. So like, you know, you kind of have to be thinking about that all the time. There's way more like risk. Because like, if I screw up and end up homeless, no big deal. But man,
well, you think there's more risk in being working in a paper factory than being a pro cyclist?
Yeah, but I have all the other things to support the pro. At this point, my cycling salary is, I'm almost just trying to consider it as like a bonus.
Gotcha.
Because it's temporary too. Like, if it took me this long to get a salary for racing, I'm not expecting it to last forever either.
Right.
So like,
well, yeah, I mean, that's kind of what I was getting at.
I don't want to get used to this.
Right.
This extra income.
For sure.
I will say that
that's why I still do ignition.
That we're lucky to live through the gravel boom, because 10 years ago there was not this kind of money for domestic level pro cyclists, and for whatever reason the boom of gravel in the US has there's a lot. I'm not saying there's a lot of dollars for wannabe pro cyclists in the US right now, but there's more dollars for wannabe pro cyclists in the US than there ever have been. At least in my lifetime.
Yeah.
Apparently,
do you think
back in the day when like Norba was a thing, there was a lot of dollars in mountain biking. Now there's like no dollars in mountain biking.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah. I'm curious, you know, because you guys are obviously still like deep in it. Do you think the gravel scene is still growing as far as like opportunities go? Like,
seems like it.
You know, and I'm mainly talking on the like professional side. Like, are there still bountiful opportunities, or is it starting to plateau?
I mean, I would say from my experience and from what I have seen, it seems like there's only more.
Dylan, actually, you might be in a pretty good place to talk on this, because the last 3 or 4 seasons, 3 seasons, last 3 seasons, no, 4, right? You were in the Grand Prix for 4 seasons.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. So you had the support of like the bolstering of the Lifetime Grand Prix the last 4 seasons. This year you don't, but have you seen your value as a gravel rider diminish at all over that, or is it still like unequal playing fields for you?
I think that, you know, I mean, I'm a unique case because I got a YouTube channel, but I also think that it's not like you don't get a Grand Prix spot.
But you're not that unique as far as like, you're like in the gravel scene, like you have to have some form of influence, right? Yeah. Like it's not just on merit-based results. It's like you have to have something like that.
Yeah, I agree. What I was going to say, it's not like you lose your Lifetime Grand Prix spot and then immediately all your sponsors drop you and you're fucked. That's not what it's like. It's like you lose your Lifetime Grand Prix spot and then your sponsors are like, he's not in the Grand Prix, but like we'll keep him. And then the next year they're like, okay, well, he wasn't in the Grand Prix. And, you know, it's a gradual phasing out process. And some sponsors are going to drop you before other sponsors do. Like, it's, you know, for example, last year I had a bad year results wise. And I only had one sponsor change, which was my wheels. Like I went from Duke wheels to NB wheels. So that's not even a loss, right? Like that's just a sponsor switch. All my other sponsors stuck with me.
No, that's a huge upgrade, dude.
Agreed. Yeah. So, but like, it's not like, because I've been asked the question like, oh, are you like in financial trouble right now? Like, are your sponsors going to drop you? It's not like they drop you immediately because you have one bad year.
Dylan and financial issues, dude. Yeah, right. Dude's like, rolling in the dough.
But like, like people
His money's making money.
People were worried that like, I have a bad year and then like my sponsors all drop me. That's not how it works. Like, athletes get injured all the time and have bad years, and companies know that athletes have the potential to get injured and have bad years. They take that risk whenever they sponsor an athlete. And also it looks really bad on these companies if like an athlete gets injured and then they immediately, drop them. Like it looks better if they stick with them through the hard times, but it's not a thing. And I'm bringing this back to the Lifetime Grand Prix. Like, it's not like you don't make it into the Lifetime Grand Prix or you have a bad year and immediately on the spot, 2026 rolls around, you don't have any sponsors. It's like a gradual, like, oh yeah, back in 2025, like he had a bad year. It's like a gradual process of you lose sponsors over time because you haven't been performing as well.
Yeah, I guess I was less curious about sponsor fallout and more curious on like future opportunities. Now you've got this like quote unquote like free schedule. Like you can kind of do whatever you want with it. Are you able to use that and leverage that to your advantage? Or are you finding that like there's not as many either people knocking on your door or vice versa because you don't have the Lifetime Grand Prix to bolster your season around?
I don't
you're not in the GP. That means you can start pulling your own weight. You can start pulling your weight at Ignition now.
Right, yeah, totally. Totally got to start doing that.
And you don't have to share too much. I mean, if...
No, I just think I think it's too.
I really should.
I think it's too early to say, right? Like we're 14 days into, or for you guys, 13 days into 2026. Like it's too early to say whether or not opportunities,
sure.
Like I have less opportunities or more opportunities. I don't know.
True. Yeah, it is. That is definitely something that I think has shifted over the last, call it 5 years for sure, where it used to be that athletes would always be like chasing new contracts and new sponsors up until like October. And then basically after October is over, it's like, if you didn't lock something in, you're probably waiting until next year. Like there wasn't a whole lot of like throughout the season, like signings and things like that. Whereas it seems like now it's like you can sign new sponsors seemingly whenever.
I don't know about that.
Depends on what kind of company you're talking
contracts
about.
At the end of the year.
I mean, some companies will sign whenever, and some companies won't.
I think the Grand Prix is like an example of what maybe changed that, because they don't announce the Grand Prix roster until way after that. So it's like all of a sudden now you've got these athletes that are seemingly more valuable overnight sometimes, in certain cases. So it's like they'll jump on the opportunity to sign them, even though it might be past their normal like contract dates.
Maybe.
Yeah, I don't know. Honestly, it's all dependent on the company.
If you really didn't know a rider like before they were in the GP, then like these brands just because, and then all of a sudden this rider gets in the GP and like this I don't think it's that big, like if you're a no name before the GP and then you get into the GP, like you were still a no name. Like, I mean, yeah, that raises your value a bit, but I don't think brands are going to come knocking at your door because of it.
Maybe.
Yeah, I mean, there are some brands
into
that
the GP could set you up for sponsorship the following year, because now you're in the GP and obviously that's a huge publicity thing, and so like now you're not a no name, so getting into the GP kind of makes you a no name.
There are some brands
and
there are some brands that want to sponsor a GP rider, and they're asking like, what GP riders don't have sponsors in this category that we're in yet. That's not every brand by a long shot, but there are brands that they want to sponsor a GP rider.
Right.
Not Lauf.
Does Lauf have a rider in the GP or no?
Not that I know of. Not even on the female side, I don't think.
Were you guys able to read that article that Tyler sent us?
About Ely?
No.
Oh, about Keegan?
Yeah.
No.
Okay. Because I couldn't get to the part that he was referencing, but he said something about Keegan must be okay with not being the top dog. I don't have an Escape Collective membership. Apparently, Bonk Bros does, but we don't know the passcode. We gotta ask Scott for that.
Classic.
Yeah. But it must go into something about, because it was an exclusive interview with Keegan, and they must go into something about team dynamics, I'm guessing. Oh yeah, he says Keegan must be okay with not being the top dog. And then he also says he doesn't think Specialized is going to win the overall, which I think that's a bad call.
What's he think? Cam's going to win it again? Yeah, I mean, with Keegan and Matt Beers together, that's and this other guy. Is the other guy on the team, Matt Schmidt, is that his name? Is he in the GP as well? I think he is.
Yeah, I think so. Okay.
Dude,
I don't know. If you guys didn't read the article, then I guess it's a moot point. Maybe Scott will get us the passcode.
Who cares? I mean, he's getting paid a crap ton of money from Specialized. Like, if him or Matt are on the top step, I don't think Specialized cares. Like,
no, Specialized doesn't care, but I think Keegan would.
Maybe. What makes you think that?
You think Keegan is just going to all of a sudden be okay with not winning races?
Well, maybe if his teammates winning in his place, that's okay. We've never seen that.
I guess, yeah.
Tobin didn't win any races.
We don't know. It's true.
Maybe if Tobin won some races, he'd be stoked.
Yeah. Oh, Dylan said his internet's acting up. It looks like he's still on here. Is he frozen? Nope, he's not frozen.
I'm back. What's up?
Oh,
can you hear me?
What's up? Yeah.
How long did you guys talk for before
who's lagging now, buddy?
I guess I was lagging the whole time.
Yeah.
All right, should we wrap it?
Yeah, I think we can probably wrap it there.
You gonna do the ad read in the intro?
Yeah, I could do that.
Yeah, because we didn't do it during the episode, so.
No, just you talked about your own ads.
Yeah, and then we talked about talking about our ad reads, and we never did it.
I was checking real quick to see if we have any listener questions.
Yeah. I'm in charge of the Patreon, but there's really not much activity on the Patreon. For as many supporters as we have on Patreon, they're not that engaging.
Yeah, we don't have any questions from there right now?
I don't think so.
It's probably been like a month since we've done any listener questions.
iWeld is really the only active person on our Patreon. He posts, nobody even responds to what he posts, but he just keeps posting. It's great. Okay. Hey man, iWeld, I see you, buddy. I see you. You're doing great. Has Backwards Hat Dylan ever met Kenny Warner? Which I guess is Kerry Warner's what do you call
ego?
That? Alter ego, yeah. And
I think Dylan's internet fucked again.
All right, whatever
answer.
Whatever question you just asked, I didn't hear it. Let's make this okay. You can ask it again.
Blank, like a blank face.
No,
Can you guys
let's
hear
just
me or
wrap it
no?
up, dude. We can hear you, but we're
Just
kind of
wrap
rambling.
it up. Just wrap it up.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Sounds good. See you next week.
All right.
Oh,
Later.
next week, Jason's coming on from Gravel Worlds. Did I tell you guys that? It's official.
Sweet.
I told him 5:00 Eastern time next Tuesday. Same time as this.
Dude, I feel like with the later times that we're recording, we should start doing them live.
Yeah. I said that a couple months ago. Like, why not? Just do it live. And there's this thing called super chats where if you do it live and people are watching while you do it live, they can pay you money to leave a comment.
That's ballin'.
Like the
See,
podcast
Jory,
that
you
I
were
listen
so-
to, at the
you're
end of it,
so
they do
close
super,
to not being all about the money this week.
they do super chats. They do super chats, and at the end of the episode, somebody will just randomly be like, "Here's $99," and they'll leave a little comment. $99 in a comment. I'm like, what the heck? Like,
This is on YouTube or what?
on YouTube, yeah, YouTube Live. It's called super chats. It's just
Wow.
people who want to leave a comment. To leave a comment, you have to give money, at
Yeah.
least like $1 or something. And so people give all these random dollar amounts and they leave a comment. And at the end of the episode, and it goes the whole time you're recording. So at the end of the episode, you've got like 20 to, I guess however big your podcast is, but 20 to 100 of these comments, and everyone has money associated with it.
All right. Well, hey, if you're listening to this and you'd be interested in hearing the show live, it would
And you have
probably
money. That's another requirement. You have to have money.
let's just get some people watching it first. I don't really give a shit about 99. I mean, I appreciate the $99. I am very grateful for that.
Yeah, but if 99 people gave us $99, snap,
I know,
we're
but
rolling.
I'd rather just know that 99 people are watching. If we're going to go through the effort of doing it live, like let's just make sure someone's watching it. So
Yeah.
if you want to hear that, it'd be at 5 p.m. Eastern on
Let's do
Tuesdays.
it. You just got to press record. We'll do it. We'll just
Okay.
do it, even if it sucks. It'll get better.
Yeah. All right, let's try it out.
All right.
Okay. See you guys.
See you, Dylan. See you, Adam.